What's up, everybody? Today we're going to do a mock draft with the Tennessee Titans over here in this draft simulator. Already did another video on this, but today I just kind of want to talk about the idea of getting a running back for the Titans. The last video I did, I actually drafted Jahmyr Gibbs in the second round. A lot of people right now are questioning, like, okay, we need a lot of positions filled for the Titans, and obviously we do. We need a tackle. We need cornerback, wide receiver for sure. Also might need a little bit of linebacker help. Maybe not. We might just go with undrafted free agents and practice squad guys. But it's possible we get guys like Dupree or Cunningham cut because of their lack of production. And then you have Taylor Lewan possibly getting cut. Or maybe they extend him one more year or so. Not sure. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and set up this. This is a free website where we can go and just do a free draft simulation and pretend like you're the GM. So I'm going to go ahead and click the Titans here. Going to go to rounds up to 7, and I want to see if I can get a player, in this what if scenario. Obviously, this does not include like free agent signings and anything like that. This just includes the draft. So let's see if we can get a good running back to accompany Derrick Henry. Now, I know they have the other backup running back for Derrick Henry that they brought in last year, which he's pretty good. But I'm just wondering if they would go ahead this year or next year maybe and get a top talent running back that would be a very high projection, and somebody with a little more speed. So here we go. Let me go ahead and do start draft, and we got the simulation started up. So we can go down here to the left side and scroll and see who's off the board. Will Anderson picked first. Bryce Young is off. Jalen Carter, Will Levis, Miles Murphy, C.J. Stroud is off, and Anthony Richardson. So a lot of quarterbacks in this mock taken, and Paris Johnson just taken. So that is obviously kind of hard, Paris Johnson would be a nice one to get. In this one, I'm going to go ahead and say that Ran Carthon just got a call from Tampa Bay, and Tampa Bay said, hey, we'll give you our 19 and our 50 and our next year's round 2 for your 11. And so I'm going to offer that. Well, looks like they're not going to they won't accept that. So let's see. Maybe they'll do an 82. Yeah, that's more likely. Okay. So like a third round, it looks like, with the 19 and then a round 2 next year. So let's say something like that happens. All right. So we traded down and we just moved a few spots down. All right, we'll resume that. And we picked up an extra pick this year and an extra pick next year. All right, so at this point, you got a guy like Bijan Robinson, I guess, how you pronounce it, which is really good. Okay, I'm just seeing who's off the board. Oh, wow, Peter Squancy went off that pick. Okay. Titans obviously need a tackle. They really need a tackle. So I'm going to go ahead and try to get a tackle. Let's see what kind of tackles we have available. Broderick Jones is supposed to be a really highly touted prospect, so let's go ahead with him. We'll get Broderick Jones at 19. And he could fill that role. Probably good enough to come on in and start as a rookie, to be honest. Okay, and so at 41, Darnell Wright is still available. Jahmyr Gibbs is available down there. Interesting. Okay, we have a trade possibility. So what if we trade our 41 for their 51 and their 83? 51% chance. Let's try it out. Nope, they did not. Let's see this. Okay, they're 122 and 51. Interesting. They want to move up. They do want to move up. Let's see. Oh, yeah, okay. So we got a 51 and they're 122. We resume the draft with that in mind. So at this point, Jahmyr Gibbs is still available. So let's say that the board fell that way. Maybe it wouldn't. Maybe he would have gone by now, but it's possible he would still be around. I'm going to go ahead and grab Jahmyr Gibbs. and he would be like a backup for Derrick Henry if Derrick Henry got injured, or if we just need somebody in there on downs to give him respite or whatever. And now we're going to go after some other needs. We still need a wide receiver and an edge. It says so. Which I don't know. Edge, yeah, that's kind of a need. If we get Harold Landry back next year and Danico Autry, I would think. Now, if they didn't pick up Danico Autry next year or had to cut him for whatever reason, then I could see the edge need for sure. Somebody to rotate in and out would always be good there. I think the Jalen Hyatt's a really good option. But I'm wondering if there's any other offensive line help. Considering how run heavy the Titans are, I'm wondering if there's any top offensive lineman. Byron Young's a really good prospect right there. He was pretty good for the Vols. Joshua Gray, tackle. We could get somebody who's like a guard, even, just to help with. If Dylan Radins is still kind of a mystery. I mean, he's played some, but it's just been so hit and miss. I'm wondering if it would be a good idea to go ahead and grab. Let's look up Blake Freeler. All right, let's see what we get here. Okay, let's see what kind of receivers are left after something like that. If we still have any fast receivers. A.T. Perry, maybe. Trey Palmer. Let's look up Trey Palmer. Okay, Palmer's 40-yard dash time has been locked and clocked at a 4.44. So he's pretty fast. He's not crazy burner speed like Jalen Hyatt would be. I think that would be a good one to get. Man, Byron Young right there. Huh. Byron Young still at edge there. Tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and get our edge, Byron Young, and we'll look to get a receiver in the later rounds. We got some later rounds here where maybe we had a prospect last year. We got Kyle Phillips, and he actually looked great. The problem was he sustained an injury in the beginning of the season, so he was supposed to be our slot receiver. So if we could get somebody like that, we got a couple right here. Looks like popping up now at receiver. This is what I'm trying to duplicate, is to see if, I don't know if it's going to happen this way, but if Ran Carthon does decide to trade down, you do get more picks. Now, more picks isn't always good. It's probably better, honestly, to take the higher talent, the ones that definitely are more likely to succeed. But Ran Carthon has been really good at his job at talent evaluation and getting a lot out of players that aren't projected as high, and knowing when those players have a good value. So I'm not good at that, but we can pretend to be. Marvin Mims. Okay, let's look up Marvin Mims out of Oklahoma. I'm just interested to get somebody fast. 4.46. Pretty fast. Similar to like Traylon Burks in speed. Let's look up Jonathan Mingo. 4.46. 6'2". He's a big guy. Yeah. Go ahead and get Jonathan Mingo. Out of Ole Miss, like A.J. Brown was, right? All right. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and get... Let's see what kind of cornerbacks are available. Cornerback, Micah Gardner. No, not right now. Julius Brents. Darius Rush. Darius Rush. Let's look up Darius Rush. See how fast he is. 4.59. So he's not like elite speed, but at that spot, with that length, he would be usable and even possibly like a safety, if not a cornerback. He's not super fast. Let's see if we can find someone a little quicker. Probably going to be hard, right? Usually the really fast ones would be gone this late. Cameron Brown I could look up. Let's look up Cameron Brown. Ohio State. No, these aren't exact, but oh man, okay. Of course. He said he's the fastest. 4.29? Height 6 foot. Huh. Well, I don't know much about this player, but he looks like he's pretty fast. So let's go ahead and draft him for cornerback. All right, so our next pick is 230. And on this one, I'm going to go ahead and try to grab a linebacker because possible that we need a little bit more speed at linebacker if we lose or cut a couple players like Cunningham or Dupree or somebody like that. And Dupree's more of an edge, but somebody who could be linebacker would be Drake Thomas. Drake Thomas might be pretty good. That's that Pitt linebacker. He's probably already gone. Sir Gervasier. Can't see him on the board here. He's probably gone. Let's search players. Oh, here we go. Just linebacker. Nope. Just one linebacker. Linebacker. They do not have a huge selection. Honestly, out of all these, I would just go with the guy I know about in this position and just take Jeremy Banks again. Isaiah Moore, interesting. They got Drake Thomas ranked above all that. So, I guess we'll go with Drake Thomas and see what that goes, what that comes like. All right, let's see how we did this time. I think it's interesting how they grade it for you. That's pretty cool. Somehow it has built-in grading based off their values, I guess. Whoever created the website. Okay, so let's see how good or bad we did. Ooh, F on Cameron Brown. I do not know who that player is, so maybe he is not that good according to this, or in that spot, right? All right, we got a B overall.